people should recognize that LGBTQ communities' rights
Mm,
are not a rejection of values, of Christian values or religion values, but a
mm.
step towards a fairness that includes all people in our society.
Okay, thank you. Ano, you remind me what I'm writing now. Ano ba yung role ng, ang tawag kasi dyan, magisterium, ng teaching office ng Catholic Church. Also, it's of course, it is consists of bishops yan eh, the Pope and the bishops. Ang tawag niyan, teaching office na magturo sa mga doktrina ay magisterium or teaching office. Ngayon, I'm writing a chapter that says, kasi ang turo ng simbahan, yung expertise ng magisterium ay faith, with regard to faith and morals, na hindi sila magkakamali kung ang kanilang judgment or doctrina pertains to faith and morals. Ang tanong ko doon, of course, I don't have the authority. I'm just trying to share a suggestion, no, with the hope that the church will change some of its doctrine. No? Hindi, sino ba ako? Sabi ko, I'm also a Catholic. No? I recognize that my limitation. But I'm saying, and to push limits, eh, mga, ask, allow them to think outside the box. Kasi kung ito tingnan niyo, ang turo ng simbahan, no? The expertise, authority of the magisterium is only matters pertaining to faith and morals. Okay? So with regard to morality, meron din daw silang expertise. Ngayon ang tanong, with matters to sexuality and gender, some of them goes to secular society, secular knowledge eh. No? Halimbawa, sexuality and gender as social and cultural, that's in the realm of social science already. No? So they should dialogue with scholars or experts on some specific moral issues na mag-judge whether it is acceptable or not. Pero hindi galing sa kanila na ay mali ang mali ang transgenderism, mali ang non-binary sexuality. Allow the experts, sabi ko, allow the experts, appropriate experts, scholars to speak about that, and then it's the bishops who will judge it is whether it is acceptable or not. Pero hindi galing sa kanila, ay bawal yung transgender, bawal LGBTQ, bawal non-binary sexuality and gender. Wala silang expertise na gano'n. When in fact, yung binary sexuality ng Catholic Church galing sa natural law. Lagi yung sulat ang buong libro niyan sa Bloomsbury. It's the natural law theory na inadapt ng Catholic Church since the time of early Christians yan. Natural law is a pagan philosophical theory adopted by patristic fathers or fathers of the church, and then eventually by the great theologian Saint Thomas Aquinas. And the natural law was given Christian interpretation. Pero ang natural law is binary, male and female only. Ang natural law kasi it's a Stoic philosophy, parang Christian eh. God implanted these moral norms into human reason, and people can discover it when they listen to the reason, right reason, what is right and good, ma-discover daw to their own reasoning. Mukhang mahirap naman yata yan, di ba? Walang empirical, very, very, very philosophical, very metaphysical naman yung approach, di ba? It does not jive with reality, yung natural law. Yan ang argument ko eh, di ba? So, the church should better listen to feminist sociologists of gender para malaman nila, i-upgrade nila yung natural law. Hindi naman yan absolute. Ang absolute yung Christian message. God created everyone. Pero yung how you preach that in society, you require secular theory. Kaya nga, ang ay natural law. Pero hanggang ngayon, hindi update yung natural law. Kaya sabi ko, we should have sociological gender framework which is diverse and non-binary. Yan ang angkop ngayon. Yes, Maria Teresa, you raise your hand.
Ay sir, may ano lang po, in addition lang po. Di ba sir na-mention niyo po na yung Catholic Church po is like they don't provide empirical evidence po. And sa synthesis ko po, I used your 6th chapter po, which is Gender Ideologies, Alleged Threats to Children's Welfare. Tapos po, as yung chapter na po ito is like pinag-uusapan po yung effects ng pagkakaroon ng same-sex parents sa bata. And as I've said nga po kanina, they don't provide empirical evidence that shows the negative effect on children. Tapos po, yung comments ko lang po doon is the children thrive with proper upbringing and not with what type of parent one has. Tapos po, na-realize ko din po na yung society natin is easily swayed by its faiths and beliefs, especially po sa dami ng religions na nasa society po natin. So, yun po. One should always seek evidence-based information before having prejudice towards one another po.
Dapat nga scientific research. Ang problema kasi behind ng Catholic Church sa social sciences, sociology, philosophy pa rin ang umiiral. Ang philosophy is a normative conceptual discipline. It is based on reasoning, philosophical reflection ng pari, ang pagnilay-nilay. Pero you don't know whether you're theorizing, no? Your philosophical reasoning is supported by data. Kasi ang philosophy, walang scientific methodology. Walang empirical methodology of data gathering or data verification na yung pagnilay-nilay mo ay merong batayan sa realidad. That's the problem with philosophy. Walang scientific methodology. Hindi tulad ng social sciences like sociology. Kung ano yung teorya mo, dapat supported by data, qualitative o quantitative. Sa philosophy, wala eh. Yung nga pilay. At present, yun pa rin ang cognitive path.
Robinsons pa lang yung
Faith. Ala, si John Matthew.
yung maliliit pre. Ano yun eh, mahal yan eh.
John Matthew, sarap naman ng buhay dyan na nasa Robmag ka ba? Katabi lang tayo Oo. Halata tuloy na bahala ka gumawa ka ng paper. Dapat nang galing dito ang midterm paper galing sa online discussion, hindi sa GC na mga pinadala ko sa inyo Kaya malalaman ko kung talagang take down notes ka ng important insights Mahalaga ito pinag-usapan natin, no? Contemporary to issues na hot issue to ngayon di ba? How will you accept the LGBTQ under natural law, binary, moral gender framework in the Catholic Church and Christian churches? Gumagamit pa rin ng ganung binary, male and female, model Paano tanggapin yung nasa hindi binary, LGBTQ? Yun ang issue, di ba? Yun ang issue dyan. Wala empirical evidence kasi philosophy ang ginagamit na main discipline. And even theology is philosophical. Patay tayo dyan. Hindi nag-shift into social sciences. In the 19th century, takot kasi ang simbahan sa mga social sciences may pagka-fear of sociology. Kasi nga daw, secularism daw, etc. Pero sociology just has data verification naman. Kung ano pinagsasabi mo ay rooted in reality. Diba? Otherwise, just an opinion, speculation. Diba? Kaya yung natural law, very ideal, na mundo, lalaki at babae lang. Paano sa realidad, hindi naman ganon since Adam and Eve. Diba? Since ancient times, merong mga homosexuals, mga transgender. Paano ko yan? God speaks to history. Diba? If God said in the Bible, God created humanity. Okay, so lahat in His own image and likeness. Walang walang exception. Lahat created by God in His own image and likeness. Pero ang Biblia ay may dalawang author. Divine author, who is God, yan ang message ng divine message. God created everyone, regardless of sex and gender, regardless of your sexuality, you are created in His own image or her own image and likeness. Ngayon, itong human author who is inspired by God, hindi naman pwede mo masisi, tao din yung nag-interpret sa divine message. So kung ang author ng Genesis ay galing sa Israel na patriarchal at binary, in fact, mga babae ay second-class citizen, hindi kinikilala, lalo na mga bakla. Di ba? So ang interpretation niya sa Genesis in chapter 2, God created everyone. Ayan. Ang kanyang interpretation, male and female, He created them. Pero that's the cultural orientation of the writer, human writer. Pero the divine writer, the divine author says, I created everyone. Sabi ng interpretation ng human author, male and female. Kasi in their own experience in Israel, patriarchal, lalaki at babae lang. Di discriminated nga ang transgender yan. Do you follow? At sabi ko, dapat i-reinterpret, i-reassess yung chapter 2 using the latest scientific research. No? Ang tanong kasi dyan, ang issue, is that interpretation of chapter 2, male and female, timeless interpretation na sabi ng Diyos, regardless of experience, lalaki at babae lang? Or that interpretation is only illustrative? So, kung illustrative, hindi siya at all times na lalaki at babae. Kung illustrative lang na anilika ng Diyos ang sangkatauhan, lalaki at babae, pero hindi siya timeless, illustrative lang, at yun ay batay sa karanasan ng human author ng Genesis. You follow? So, dapat i-reinterpret yan kasi mukhang yun na nga, yung literal interpretation nagiging basis for heterosexual marriage, heterosexual family life, at heterosexual parenthood. Kaya nga may fear of, ang tingin niyan, ng Catholic Church, gender is an ideology. It's an invention of LGBT and gay movements. Inimbento daw ng makasalukuyang panahon, which sociologists and social scientists disagree because gender is social and cultural and learned in society, not attached to biological sex. No? They are connected, but it's not timeless. It is culture-bound ang gender. Yung pagkatao mo, gender, na natutunan sa lipunan. Yung sex mo ay given yun, biologically. Pero yung gender ng tao ay natutunan sa lipunan. Kaya pwedeng hindi sila magkatugma. Diba? Pero ang turo ng Christian churches, dapat magkatugma yung sex mo at gender. Yan ay tinatawag na cisgender, na magkatugma. Yun ang ideal na tao based on the current interpretation of natural law. So, ang tanong, saan papasok ang LGBTQ dyan to be accepted fully in the Christian churches? Hello? Do you follow? You follow the issue? Ang current issue to, no, kasi ang sinishare ko sa inyo, ito ang bago. Sinusulat ko pa nga eh. Okay? Ito nga tinatanong ko, I highly respected the Pope and the bishops. Pero ang tanong ko, bakit ni-retain ng Catholic Church through the magisterium itong natural law na hindi naman akma sa realidad? Diba? Sila ba ay may expertise na sabihin, ay ito yung tunay na theory on gender eh. Hindi yan expertise nila. Ang expertise yan sa mga scholar, sa mga sociology of gender and social scientists. Na titingnan lang ng Catholic Church, o tama nga, ito ang realidad. So ito, iakma natin yung doktrina tungkol sa base sa realidad. Di ba? Di ba Christ saved humanity? So, there's something good about humanity, human culture, that the church should respect. And that includes gender, transgenderism, gender diversity. It's shown in history na meron talagang transgender. So if God created all, kasama na yun. Di follow? Akin lang yun na, hindi this is not official teaching. You pray na magbabago nga. Even Pope Francis was friendly to LGBTQI, but he was doctrinally conservative, natural law pa rin. Ang hirap ng uphill struggle for doctrinal change. Na yung theory behind the doctrine, the Christian message should be changed to scientific, from philosophical to scientific. From binary, magiging non-binary dapat para for LGBTQI inclusion in the Catholic Church and avoid homophobia and avoid homophobic bullying. Do you follow? Oh, yan talaga pulot-dulo dyan eh. And then sa Philippine society, ganun nga eh. Dominated by the Catholic Church and Christian churches. Eh di nandun nga yung homophobia kahit na hindi ka lalaki, tunay na lalaki at babae. Okay? Ito nga pala yung translation kasi walang translation sa Filipino, di ba? Ang heterosexual directly. Meron ba kayo translation directly? Heterosexual? Wala, di ba? Meron? What's the translation of heterosexual? Sir, di recognize ng church. Yes, hindi rin. Intersection hindi. LGBTQI means intersection. Hindi rin. Kasi nga, non-binary siya. Hindi male and female eh. Okay? And translation nga pala, mahirap i-translate niya, no? Translate ni Dr. Michael Tan ng UP. Michael Tan, who is also an anthropologist and do research on gender in the Philippines. Michael Tan, retiree na yan, but he was the chancellor of UP. Ang translation niya dyan ay tunay na lalaki, tunay na babae. Ayan ang translation niya. Ay hirap i-translate, pero yun nga. Ibig sabihin, tunay, ang gender mo ay correspond with your sex. Okay? Kaya nga, inseparable daw according to the church, sex and gender. Pero in scientific research, hindi. There are times na hindi sila magkatugma. Kaya may transgender. Okay? So yan ang realidad. Okay. Any other sharing from your paper? No. Meron pa kayo dyan? Lord, did you record the recitation? Lord, yan pa ba? Yan ka pa ba? O nakarating ka na ba? Si Lord yata. Hello, nawala na signal. Yes, Mariam.
Sir, about lang po dun kay Dr. Tan. At sa paper ko po, parang po, 'di ba nga po yung rough translation niya po is tunay na babae, tunay na lalaki.
Oh.
For me po, ang inano ko po ron is, what if yung translation na lang po is tuwid na babae, tuwid na lalaki. Since po, yung kadalasan nga po kapag bakla, ang tawag po is baliko. Kaya parang parang yung kabaliktaran nun is tuwid. So, better and hindi po nakaka-diminish po ng manhood or womanhood ng mga bakla and lesbians and other queer people po. Yun lang.
Tuwid na lalaki, tuwid na babae. Pwede rin. Straight, di ba? Tuwid. Parang matuwid na daan. Tuwid na lalaki, tuwid na lalaki. Hindi sa mga alak, di ba? tunay na lalaki, di ba? Ano yan, si Ding Dong Dantes din, para sa mga tunay na lalaki. Sexual. Okay, tuwid. Oo. Baloktot. Baloktot. Kasi hindi nga sila heterosexual eh. Iba ang kanilang orientation. No? Sabi nga na isang scholar, ano naman gagawin ng bakla sa Catholic Church? Bawal ang ipagtalik sa parehong kasarian. Di ba? Kasi kasalanan nga. Hindi naman sila pwedeng magiging celibate. Kasi nga, celibacy is a gift from God. So, hindi na rin pwedeng wala silang partner. Di ba? Yun ang sabi. So, ang gagawin ng bakla? Magiging sexless throughout their life? It's humanly impossible. Di ba? To live the doctrine of the church. Kung ikaw ay bakla, bawal ang same-sex marriage. Bawal ang same-sex relationship. Gusto ng Catholic Church, magiging ano ka, chaste throughout your life, celibate and chaste. But celibacy is a gift from God. It's a rare gift. So hindi para sa lahat. So hindi rin pwedeng gawin ng mga lahat ng bakla yun. O, so saan naman siya lulugar dyan? Hindi rin sila tanggap sa simbahan. Kaya nga dami mga transgender, lalo ang kabataan, depressed and prone to suicide. May isang transgender na ano, viral, I think 10 years ago, pangalan ay Lila. Si Lila isang transgender na ano, isang bakla. Napakatalino ni Lila. Pagaling. Pero siya ay discriminated, rejected in the school by her own friends, you know. Then came to the point na nagpakamatay siya. So, pasagasa siya ng truck. Pero bago niya gumawa siya ng sulat. Sinulat lahat niya yung damdamin niya na paano, how will I live my life, sabi niya, with all this discrimination. I wanted to be happy, pero her environment, society would not allow it, her school. Kaya nangyari niya, nagpakamatay na lang. Okay, sir, if queer people are rejected in the church, ano sinabi ni ano? Sandali, hindi ko mabasa lahat. What's your comment, ano? Si Marian, rejected by the church, it's only fair that we reject their views and teachings po. Right now, that's why I'm advocating change of natural law framework. Magiging binary, adapting the sociological social science framework. No? Pero right now, si Pope Leo XIV, na sumunod kay Pope Francis, sinabi niya na ang kasal ay para sa lalaki at babae. Eh di conservative pa rin. Hindi pa rin magbabago yan, sa tingin ko. Si Pope Leo ay isang Augustinian religious priest eh. Ay Augustinians are conservative eh. So, I don't know. But he's also open to science. Huh? As he's also a mathematician before becoming a priest. So, he's open to multidisciplinary research. No? That's what I'm happy. Pero, right now, mukhang si Pope Francis ay all out for inclusion. Si Pope Leo XIV, mukhang ano eh, hindi mo alam eh, kung mukhang nando pa rin yung conservative. Male and female, hindi pa rin sila fake ng same-sex marriage in the church. Bawal pa rin. No? So, siguro, hindi naman kailangan kang tumiwalag doon sa simbahan. But you have to also to advocate na, but we should also, according to church doctrine, we must also be just, fair, di ba? And inclusive. No? Or you have to stand up for your rights inside your church. No? Hindi naman yan, lahat nilikha ng Diyos eh. So, hindi naman pwede ang tao magsabi kung ikaw ay hindi tanggap o hindi. Right? O, but you advocate also change of gender framework of the doctrines. No? Kaya ang hirap din eh. In my case, ang hirap ng ano ko eh, position ko rin eh. Kasi I'm fighting against the establishment, no, to change framework. No? I'm not attacking the church per se as itself. No. Trying to challenge the church to think outside the box and base their doctrines on reality. Because good doctrines should be humane, no? Helps people to be truly human. A bad doctrine makes people, di ba? Makes people angry, di ba? Not against the church, di ba? It does not help people to live happy life kapag bad doctrine. So sa tingin ko, itong natural law is a bad doctrine. And in fact, it's a Stoic pagan philosophy, ang origin na natural law eh. So we should have more scholars advocating na baka pwedeng baguhin na natin yan. Nasa postmodern na tayo, contemporary world. Hello, hindi lang binary ang nakatira sa mundong ito. Di ba? Oo. Kaya we should be more inclusive. Okay? Sige, any other sharing from your paper? Hello, you can share your ideas. Si Lord ba, nandyan, somebody taking notes or recording the recitation. Pakibigay na lang ka, Lord, kung baka nagta-travel ba si Lord. Nasa bahay ka na.
Na malapit na ako.
Did you record yung nag-recite? Kanina yata, Francine, si Marian, sino ba yung nag-recite kanina? Oo,
Si
si Jeff. Nag-recite din to. Oh, any other recitation? Sharing your insights from your paper or maybe what your reaction now? Hello? Yes. Sino sa inyo pa? Nandyan pa ba kayo? Want to recite? Share your insights? Si Carl. Oh, Carl, baka mayroon ka dyan. Anong sinulat mo sa paper mo? Walang magre-recite. Sinulat yung papel. So I'm just summarizing or tying up all this that I've shared to you. Pero marami pa yung issues yan. Alam mo, ang tawag ni Pope Francis, no, siya ay friendly sa LGBTQ. Pero ang tawag niya sa gender ay gender ideology. Na sa tingin niya ay ito ay like atomic bomb daw na it will cancel humanity. Kasi imagine, no, parang papanik ang tao. Parang atomic bomb daw ang gender ideology that will cancel humanity. Kasi nga itong cancel ng natural law na babae at lalaki lang because of LGBTQ. No? But it's not true. Scientifically, it's not true. There's no empirical basis that because of the presence of LGBTQ, the world would be at risk. Walang empirical evidence. It's just a moral panic. Diba? In my book, I said moral panic, exaggeration. No? At because this is the moral panic of changing the natural law. Kaya nagpapanik ang simbahan dahil nga yung natural law ay maapektuhan na bago. No? Kasi yung natural law, lalaki at babae lang. So pag nag-advocate ka ng non-binary, it will cancel the humanities. Heteronormativity. Just imagine yung word atomic bomb. The greatest threat of humanity is gender ideology. Gender is not an ideology. Ideology is a set of ideas, interpretation. Gender is experience in society. Kaya makita mo, ang ginamit kasi filosofiya kasi napaka-conceptual ang tingin sa gender by natin. Hindi mo lang ma-appreciate yung social science research ng gender na non-binary pa na. Okay? Yan ang epekto sa filosofiya. Kaya sabi ko, baguhin na yung training ng mga pari. I-introduce yung sociology, gender studies, para man ma-update yung kanilang pananaw and become open to gender diversity and fluidity and non-binary sexuality. Okay? Oo, yan dapat. Ang pulot-dulo yung training ng pare sa seminaryo. Tinuturo pa yung filosofiya, theology, pero walang social sciences. I'm a product of that when I was in the seminary. Philosophy, 5 years, 4 years. Theology, 4 years. Theology is based on philosophy. Kaya tawag philosophical theology. Eh di wala din yung social science. Kaya I'm advocating, tanong mo si AI, anong ina-advocate ko? Sociological theology, sociological ethics, sociological morality. So interdisciplinary dapat, hindi philosophical. Kasi philosophical, puro reasoning, rational method. Walang verification galing sa data from reality, whether it's true or not. Yan ang nangyari sa natural law framework ng Catholic morality and sexuality. Wala siyang basis in reality. And the church continues to ignore that. Dahil philosophy ang training ng mga pari, mga obispo, at even Santo Papa, hindi makikita. Even the pastors, di ba? Philosophy ang training din yan. Di ba? Yung mga pastor ninyo. Literal interpretation ng Biblia. Bible is a historical book. It's a complex book. It should not be taken literally dahil may mga historical, cultural, social context yan kung paano sinulat yung mga yan. Kaya kailangan mo ng scientific investigation ng Biblia para makita mo yung anthropological, sociological context, bakit sinulat yan. Hello, alam ba, yung si Moses, sabi mo, hinati ni Moses ang dagat. Some scholars biblical scholars trying to find, ano ba talaga nangyari? Is it miraculous na nahati ang dagat? May ibang interpretation. Hindi. Ang nangyari talaga doon, sabi daw, yung mga Israelita na umalis doon sa Egypt, led by Moses, no? At hinabol sila ng Pero at yung kanyang mga sundalo. Yung panahon daw yun, hindi talaga nahati ang dagat. Ngunit, isang interpretation lang to nung dadaan na siya sa Red Sea, panahon daw yun ng low tide. Kung hindi sa Red Sea, somewhere in a marshy land na tumawid sila, ay low tide. Pagdating ng mga Pero ang mga chariots, biglang nag-high tide. Kaya nalunod ang mga Egyptians. It seems more attuned to reality, di ba? Low tide, high tide. Pero yung Ten Commandments, miracles, di ba? Mahati ang dagat. It's a different interpretation. Pero God operates through human nature. God operates through natural events. Bihira lang na magkaroon ng miraculous intervention. God works through human events, human situations. Alam niyo ba yan? Di ba? O akala natin ang Diyos nasa alapap, hindi nasa iyo, nasa kapaligiran, nasa mga tao, nakasalamuha mo. Diyan nagsasalitang Diyos sa mga pangyayari sa buhay mo. Makinig ka kasi, yun, di ba? Akala mo makinig ka lang sa loob, makinig ka sa kapaligiran mo. I have experienced that in my life. Na minsan, hirap na hirap nito. Pero tinawag mo ng Diyos na magsusulat para sa Catholic Church. Gagawa ng paraan, magugulat na lang ako na may mga paraan para matuloy yung sa tingin ko ay bukasyon ko. Di ba? God works in mysterious ways. No? God provides. Totoo nga yan. No? If you're atheist, no? Kung atheist ka, okay lang naman. If you're a good person, use the possibility of salvation. Right? God judges your goodwill. If you are a person of goodwill, then there's a possibility of salvation according to the Catholic Church. You follow your religion. Right? Non-Christian ka, if you follow your religion, there is salvation. Even if you don't believe in God, there is a possibility of salvation as long as you are a good person working for the good of humanity and society. Di ba? You follow? With Christ saved the entire humanity. Hindi lang naman para sa Katoliko, para sa mga iglesia ni Cristo. Hindi lahat. Kahit yung mga taong hindi naniniwala, pero mabuting tao. Pero pag sa mga tao ka naman, hindi ka talaga paspalayon. Do you agree? Hello, class? Hello, ending na tayo. Hello? Diba? Oo. Hindi ka naman masisi kapag atheist ka. It might be from your socialization in society kasi to become an atheist. No? But take note, you should be a person of goodwill. Kaya nga sa Christmas, ibang message sa Christmas, peace to people of goodwill. Ha? Goodwill. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo ibig sabihin hindi ka makasalanan, pero ang basic orientation ng buhay mo is for good. Aha. Para sa kabutihan ng iba, hindi para sa iyo, hindi lang magpapayaman. Okay? Ang orientation ay para sa iba. Kaya nga ang tawag sa Ateneo yan, sa mga Jesuits, persons for others. You are a person for others, not for your own self only, for your family. Yan ang kung scholar ka ng bayan, pinaaral ka ng bayan, ng buwis ng taong bayan, then ito ay para sa paglilingkod ng iba, hindi sa pagpapayaman mo lang. Okay? You follow? Ha? O may utang na loob ka. Ang utang na loob, dapat bayaran mo. Kung hindi, wala kang hiya. Ganyan sa Philippine culture. Ha? You follow? Hiya at utang na loob ay interconnected. If you receive a favor from others, the Filipino value of hiya operates as a form of sanction. Okay? Kaya kung inaaral ka ng magulang mo at mahirap ang pamilya mo, expected na nakatapos ka pag-aaralin mo yung mga kapatid mo. Right? Utang na loob. Right? Hindi yung mag-asawa ka at pabayaan mo sila lahat. Di ba? So, mahiya ka naman. Kaya ang tawag sa Pilipino, medyo masakit. Pag wala kang utang na loob, yan ay walang hiya. Okay, hello. Hanggang dito na lang tayo. Mukhang pagod na yata kayo. Oo. Tandaan nyo. Utang na loob. Dapat may hiya. Hindi naman ibig sabihin, bayaran mo lahat. Kung pinaaral ka ng gobyerno, hindi naman ibig sabihin, magkano ginastos ng gobyerno, yun yung babayad mo. Pero, may utang na loob ka. So, tutulong ka rin sa iba. Diba? Kaya nga, scholar ka ng bayan eh. E di, dapat si kabubuti ng bayan pag natapos ka. Okay? Hindi lang para sa kabutihan mo. Okay? Sige. Hello, Lord. Wala na ba kayong tanong, question before our screenshot? So, good luck sa paper ninyo. Midterm paper. 2 pages, double space, Times New Roman, font 12. 2 parts, synthesis of our online discussion. Maybe 2 or 3 insights, summary. And then another page is your personal reflection. Okay? To be submitted to Lord sa Thursday between 9 to 10. Pag lumampas ka, late, L. Kapag lumampas ka after 24 hours, SL, super late. Okay? Clear? Okay, and then then you are going to write your next synthesis paper ba? So next week, tapos mag-online pa. Online pa pala tayo. After next week is your midterm. Synchronous din. Synchronous pa pala. No? And then you're gonna write your next paper. Okay ba yan? Okay? I mean, pahabol pa ba kayo? So thank you. Mahirap ng buhay ngayon. May crisis, ano? Ingat kayo. I understand yung some problems in transportation. Lahat ng mga presyo tumataas. Ingat kayo lagi, ha? So always do what is good for everyone. To be persons for others. Okay, sino mag-screenshot ngayon? Thank you din. Thank you. Sino mag-screenshot? Hindi yata pwede si Lord. Nagta-travel ka ba, Lord? Wala kang dalang laptop. Sino sa inyo may laptop? Mag-screenshot. Ilagay agad sa GC, ha? Sino? Sino bang mga officers dyan? Sino pwede mag-screenshot? Okay, sabi ni Ron Andre. Ako na po. Okay, thank you, Ron. Okay, can you open your video if you want? If you can, for our attendance. Okay, thank you, thank you. Praise God. Sige, Ron. Take your screenshot.
Okay po.
Sige.
Okay po. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Another pa? Second slide.
Sige po. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Meron pa pangatlo?
Sige po.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Right. Paki-post Ron after this. Para meron tayong proof of attendance. Okay, class? Thank you, class. Okay.
Thank you, sir.